So, it's a new year and your New Year's resolution? Well, it's not a new year like that new anymore, but your resolution is to learn a new language. Me too. And so in this video, I'm going to tell you my 13 language goals and how I'm using the SMART framework to actually stick to and achieve those goals. So if you're a language learner as well, or you want to finally learn how to make a change in your life, then keep on watching. こんにちは、エビです。今日の動画に今年の言語目標について話したいと思います。While on this channel, I've mainly talked about studying Japanese. You only know that I study Japanese. In this video, I'm actually going to tell you my language goals for Mandarin, Bahasa Indonesia, and English as well, of course, with Japanese. But first, I need to tell you about the SMART framework, because if you're going to take away one thing from this video, it's probably how you're going to set and achieve your own goals. So, 1. It forces you to clarify what exactly you want to achieve. 2. It helps you create measurable and quantifiable targets. You know, you can't just be like, I want to be the fastest person in the world. That is not a SMART goal. 3. The framework will help you realistically assess, is this goal achievable? Can I be the fastest person in the world? 4. It ensures that your goal is actually relevant to your overall goals. Will squatting every day help me become the fastest person in the world? 6. It gives you a clear deadline for when you want to achieve these goals. So since this video is talking about my goals for this year, all of them are basically a yearly goal. And lastly, by working through the SMART framework, you'll actually have a clear plan of action and you'll see the steps that you're taking and increase your chances in succeeding. And so that's why me using this SMART framework to apply to my own language goals is hopefully going to help me achieve and get closer to fluency in each of these languages. And hopefully next year I will make a video like reacting to my goals and we'll see how it went. So that'll be interesting. So I'm not going to go through all of my goals and explain to you why they're considered SMART goals, but I'll use the first one as an example. This is my journal. Extra tip that nobody asked for. Writing down your goals will definitely help you to remember that you made those goals in the first place, and it's manifesty-ish. So my first goal is to use wanikani every day for at least 10 minutes, starting off with 10 minutes. Hopefully by the end of building up my stamina in doing my spaced repetition, I'll be able to do it for like 40 minutes, even an hour a day. I think I used to do it for almost an hour a day. Basically, spaced repetition, I've already explained it properly in another video. It's basically the easiest way to get things from your short-term memory into your long-term memory. How is doing my spaced repetition for 10 minutes a day a SMART goal? A SMART goal is one that is specific, right? So this goal is specific. I know that I'm doing spaced repetition every day. It's measurable because it's just 10 minutes a day. Easy, you can time that. I actually use an app to time myself. Achievable, because I'm adding on time as I feel comfortable. You know, 10 minutes a day is achievable. Come on, if I can't do it for 10 minutes a day, well, there have been some days I haven't done it yet, but you know, 10 minutes, very achievable. Relevant, because if I do this for 10 minutes every day, of course my Japanese is going to get better. Like, I'm building up this bank of words, kanji. Of course my Japanese will get better, right? And it's time bound because I want to do this daily. Yes, I know this is a yearly goal thing, but I want to see if I can do it daily for a year. Also because I paid for wanikani for another year, so that's the example. Okay, now moving on to the boring every other goal. My second goal is to take italki twice a week, once for JLPT/school related stuff, and then once purely for kaiwa renshu, which is just practicing conversation, you know? I feel like when I was in Australia, I had a lot more free time. I wasn't doing school yet, and so I actually used italki quite a lot to do just conversation practice because I wasn't studying for JLPT, I didn't have school homework. So every italki lesson was conversation practice. And now that I have all this other stuff to study, I feel like my conversation is like actually getting worse. So that's why this time I have that goal. Also, unrelated, not a language goal, but my goal one day is to be sponsored by italki because I'm like faithful, loyal user every week. I have so many badges, I've used so many teachers, 150 plus lessons. Okay, third goal. I want to watch a Japanese episode once a week without English subtitles. I haven't started this one yet, actually. I'm looking for a TV show. I guess I used to watch Spy Family, but even then I would use English subtitles. Yeah, looking for something to watch. If you have any anime recommendations, please let me know. Definitely, I'm looking more into slice of life, something that uses more useful words. You know, I don't need to be learning the words for some supernatural witch hunting, I don't know. Fourth, okay, this one is quite a big goal for me. This goal is to read my first novel in Japanese. Since I got into reading English novels last year, I have a list of books that I want to read that are written by Japanese authors, but then I figured instead of reading the translated version, come on, I should just be able to read it in Japanese, right? I've studied for so long, I should be able to do this. And so yeah, I am finally gonna read my first novel. I actually already bought it, so I can't run away from it. I bought this before the coffee gets cold, and I also bought the physical one even though I have a Kindle, because I'm planning to write notes in it. I think it'll help, you know. I'm not one to annotate my English books, but for language learning purposes, I think it'll be good to highlight, make notes, basically treat it like a textbook maybe. But yeah, I read one sentence so far, so that's going well. Okay, fifth goal, I think it's easy, but completing JLPT N1 by the end of the year. Yeah, that sounds crazy because at one point in my life I was like, I'll never get N1, I can't even get N2, but I think I've trained my brain to study JLPT to the point that I think it's so achievable for anyone who knows how to study for it. So if you're interested in like smashing JLPT, then go watch the video that I made for it, because I'm basically spilling all my secrets on how to do well in JLPT. I find out my result next week, so I'll tell you if I actually pass. If I don't, I'll delete the video. Sixth goal, only speak in Japanese with family members in Japan, no Indonesian and English. This one is quite hard because the dynamic between me and my family members in Japan is that we kind of mix everything. We use Japanese, Indonesian and English. I definitely try to get rid of English, but then sometimes it's just, I'm so used to speaking to them in Indonesian, it's kind of strange to change language, like the vibe is different, but I need to get over that. It's literally all mental, so Japanese only. So yeah, I only have 6 goals for Japanese. That's quite a lot, but I feel like if I do all these goals, they kind of tackle different parts of the Japanese language, and so we'll see where my fluency is next year. Moving on to Chinese goals. I bet you didn't know I'm studying Chinese. I just started again this year. I self-studied Chinese in 2019, so it's been like 3 years. Self-studied for half a year, and then I took like some italki style lessons when I was living in China for 6 months. I feel like all the knowledge that I took from learning Japanese for so long, that definitely helped me and like sped up my language learning in Chinese. So if you know Japanese and you feel like you're plateauing and need a break, I highly suggest learning Chinese because it's so fun. It's so fun to learn a new language, and like you can see the progress so fast. Right now I don't feel that with Japanese. I'm gonna persevere. My first goal for Chinese is to speak to my grandma at least 5 times a week in Mandarin. Okay, this sounds like annoying to track. I'm not gonna track, but I basically call her every day. Maybe there'll be 2 times a week that I don't, and that's already 5 times a week. With all my family members, I'm like sticking to a certain language, and so with my grandma, I'm getting rid of Indonesian and gonna try to stick to Chinese. Number 2, I want to try and watch a Chinese drama and use Chinese and English subtitles. Right now, I'm using this app called Language Reactor. It used to be called Language Learning with Netflix, I think, but basically it's a Chrome extension, and when you watch Netflix, you can choose different subtitles. So I'm watching a Chinese drama using the Chinese subtitles. Language Reactor, it actually comes with the pinyin, and I can choose English as well. So there are 3 lines of subtitles, but trust me, it's so worth it. I feel like just watching Chinese drama, brain is basically off, and I'm like increasing the words that I can read without really trying. There's a little life hack for you. And the last one for Chinese is I want to start doing weekly italki lessons. So yeah, I'm gonna do italki 3 times a week. Oh my god. So I have started doing this already. I found a Chinese teacher that I like. The lessons are only half an hour each, but I think that's a good starting point. It can be kind of awkward when you don't know how to say anything. Like 30 minutes feels really long if your vocab is very small. Whereas Japanese, I feel like I can keep talking. Again, with the italki, I don't think I can accidentally forget about it because I'm scheduling them in advance. I'm making time for it in advance. I'm definitely attending my lessons because I have 100% attendance rate. Go me. Bahasa Indonesia. Why am I learning Bahasa Indonesia? My parents were born in Indonesia, and so my mother tongue, or like the first language that I learned, was Indonesian. So I'm conversational in it. Like if you chucked me in Indonesia and made me find my own way and survive, I could. But it's super casual and there's no formal learning there. I never learned how to read, but luckily with Indonesian, it's like basically phonetic. With Indonesian, I definitely want to improve and not be too scared to talk to other people, because right now I can only speak Indonesian to my direct family. If I had to talk to like the restaurant owner, I would probably be a bit shy. I'm shy. So my first goal for Bahasa Indonesia, which I haven't started, is to find a textbook series, like a very basic 101 textbook, and actually go through it by myself. The good thing about this is I enjoy textbooks, especially at a beginner level, so I think it's achievable. And the second one is to stop speaking English to my parents. This is hard, yeah, especially to my dad, because he always talks to me in English. I'm gonna send him this video, so please only speak to me in Indonesian. Yeah, that's it. Only 2 goals for Indonesian, keeping it simple because it's not my main focus. Main focus is Japanese, second main focus is Mandarin, and then Indonesian and English are like little bonuses. As I am living and getting older and not studying these languages, they are deteriorating, so I need to get rid of that. So yeah, final language is English. My problem with English is that I don't really speak it as much, and even when I do, my vocab is small and I don't think I'm very well spoken. And this is in front of a camera, like imagine other people there, oh my gosh. With English, I want to expand my vocabulary and be able to speak fluently. Oh my god, it's my native tongue and I'm trying to be more fluent. Yeah, that's the reality. So my first goal for English is a book goal. Last year, I read 25 books, and so this year I want to read 25 books again. Out of those 24 books, I want 5 of them to be fiction because I feel like the range of words that you learn from fiction and non-fiction are completely different. So yeah, I need to increase my genre range. If you have any book recommendations, definitely tell me. Or you can join my Discord, we can talk about it. I don't have a book channel yet, but if I had enough book people interested, I would love to have a book channel. Last but not least, my 13th goal. I would like to film more YouTube videos and be able to talk in front of the camera more confidently. Yeah, I would like to be able to talk in front of the camera more smoothly, not just in private like this, but in public as well. Oh my goodness, the nerves. I think that's more of a nerves thing, but if I was more confident in my English, then I don't think I would have those nerves. Anyway, so those are my 13 goals. Maybe this can inspire you to make different kinds of goals as well, not just be like, oh, I want to learn Japanese, I'm gonna watch anime all day. Like, you need to have some range, right? I'm attacking my vocab, my kanji, I'm attacking my conversational with the italki, I'm attacking my grammar with the JLPT studies. It's like a well-rounded way to increase my fluency in the language altogether. And yeah, I'm also making this to like keep myself accountable. Gonna watch it back next year, react to it, see what happens. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will definitely come out with more useful content later. I'm always switching up between, like, I will do a vlog that's more for cozy vibes, and I'll do some rambly videos so you can get to know me, and I'll also do like the proper language videos that I have fully researched, scripted, edited to be educational and last a lifetime. But yeah, I can't always make videos like that because I want to be consistent. I don't think I can do that every week with everything else that I've got going on. So thanks for your patience. Please subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you in the next one.